everyone, Matt and Maria, Nomadic Native back with you. Thanks for tuning in. So we kind of posted that last video there at the Royal Gorge and then just pretty much left everybody hanging and hadn't posted another video you know, to follow up or anything, and I bet you guys are wondering what the heck's going on, huh? Well, first let's talk about the Royal Gorge. Funny thing happened. You know, let's talk about where we stayed. We stayed at Haggard's RV Park. Yeah. And it's right there on 50, Highway 50. And the reason we stayed there is our thinking was we were going to stay there for a couple of days while we traveled up 50 towards Salida to try and find an RV park that had space for us closer to Salida, which we could have done no problem. Yeah. But as it turns out, that RV park, its location was really great because, you know, you were 10 miles from Pueblo and all of the shopping and everything you needed to do. Yep. We were about the same distance from Cannon in the other direction up Highway 50 towards Salida, and all the shopping and everything. So if we needed anything, we had a place to go to get everything. If we wanted to go do something, we could. And then, you know, just north of there was Garden of the Gods, so that was easy to get to. Right. And here's the funny thing that happened. We told everybody we were staying there at that RV park and we were going to go up there and find another place closer to Salida for the Jeep trails, remember? Right, right. So we go driving up towards Salida and found the Royal Gorge. We didn't even know it was there. Yeah. I mean, I'd heard the Royal Gorge before, don't get me wrong, I just didn't know where it was, and I certainly didn't know it was there until we drove right by it and saw all the signs and everything. And it's just outside of Cannon. Yeah, and not very far from Haggard's RV Park. Right. Now the RV park itself, it had all the normal amenities that you come to expect from an RV park with full hookups and swimming pool and all that. But the best thing about that RV park was its location, because everything to do in the area was within driving distance of that RV park. It was. In every direction. And the hosts were real good, nice people. Really nice owners, really nice people, and nice location. Yeah. So I think we exhausted the ways to see the Royal Gorge. We did. We walked across the bridge. We rafted underneath it down the Royal Gorge. We rode the train. We rode the train through the Royal Gorge. And the helicopter. Did the helicopter over the Royal Gorge, and then we, you know, went up there and to the cliffs where you could look in and see the bridge. Where you can actually see it for free. Yeah. But don't expect no safety rail or anything, because there's not one. Yeah. But it's still a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And so we did all of that, and now we are back here at the house, back in the Indian Territories of Northeast Oklahoma, sitting in the driveway boondocking. The reason we're back here is because Maria has a couple of VA appointments coming up here real soon. One is to get another x-ray of her foot, and she will probably be getting rid of the Frankenstein boot. Yes, not probably. I'm getting rid of it. We hope. It's gone. Most likely. It would have been gone here a couple weeks ago. But, could be. But he said I'm not a doctor. So, yeah. They tend to trust the guy with 8 years of higher education, 4 years of residency, and 25 years of practice and experience. Yeah. But if the boot was on the other foot. Yeah, that would have been gone a long time ago. You guys don't know this, but I'll tell you the story. I crushed this wrist in 7 places. You can see that it healed back just a little bit crooked. That's because they put a cast on it, and that night I sat in my garage and cut it off. The next day, well, I put the 2 pieces back on and wrapped it with an ace bandage. I used it like that. The next day, they put another cast on. Put another cast on, and he cut it off again. And that night, I sat in the garage with 10 snips, and I cut that sucker off again. And I used the 2 pieces, like that, with an ace bandage wrapped pretty tight around it. and that I could do. That's just how it happened. Okay, so
yeah.
I just did not like having the cast on there. So yeah, that boot would have been, if it were me, it would have been gone long ago. So we've been trying to decide. And we also had some stuff that we needed to do to the house.
Oh yeah.
There's still some stuff that needs to be done to the house.
We'll save it for the next time we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are having a couple of things done while we're here, and we are doing some, I don't know if you would call it downsizing, but we're getting rid of a bunch of junk that we've been collecting over the years. Yeah. And
I mean, if it's been sitting in a box for 10, 15 years, you probably don't need it.
Maybe. No, probably.
You don't need it.
So anyway, we've been trying to decide where we're going to go for the winter this year.
The initial plan was, we decided earlier that we're going to go to Florida.
Well, yeah, but before that, we came up with 4 locations that we could go.
Right.
We could go back out west.
Yeah.
We could go to Florida. We could go to Gulf Shores around, southern Alabama down there.
Or southern Texas.
Or southern Texas.
Right.
Okay, so we had those 4 places picked out. Now, Florida was the first pick. Okay, but then Hurricane Irma came through and pretty much destroyed southern Florida. So we kind of put Florida out of our head as one of our options. And we came back to the house still thinking about it, because Florida was the place we were going. Since we've been back here at the house, we decided, we like to fish. And we do a lot of it, and we decided that we wanted to have some fishing kayaks to take with us on the road.
Yep, so we bought 2.
Yeah, so we bought ourselves some fishing kayaks, and we've been doing some kayaking and some fishing, and we really like that. So it seems counterintuitive to us to take fishing kayaks to the desert.
I know. Yeah, sure, they got water out there someplace, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could go to Lake Havasu, or you could go up to Lake Mead between Arizona and I think Nevada, up there or something. But generally speaking, out there on that free BLM land that everybody loves to go and boondock on, there's no water.
Yeah.
And there's no fish. So, anyway, to make a long story short, while we've been sitting here at the house, I decided to get in touch with RJ from RJ's Adventures. You guys may be subscribers to his channel. If not, I recommend you go check him out. Anyway, RJ was at 3 Lakes down in Florida last year, and that's where we wanted to go down there and meet up with him and his wife and spend some time boondocking down there. So he was kind enough to send me his phone number via email, and I talked to him this morning. And after speaking with RJ about that 3 Lakes area, which is not very far from Lake Okeechobee, someplace that I really, really want to go fish. And then 3 Lakes is called 3 Lakes for a reason, because there's 3 lakes. It's also a hunting area, and I got to tell you guys, you probably already know, that all that I just spoke about is right up our alley. Yeah. That's the kind of stuff that we like to do. We like to boondock, me more than her.
Yeah.
We love to fish, and I love to hunt. So after speaking to RJ about the area, his son lives down there in the Okeechobee area, speaking to him about that area and everything there is to do and what it's like down there after the storm and all that, we're back on for Florida. Okay? So here in about, I don't know, week and a half, maybe 2 weeks,
maybe 3,
towards the end of October, certainly by no later than the 1st of November, and I can't see us being here until then.
No. But anyway.
But we're talking about 2 weeks at tops. We're going to be pointing Java at Florida.
Right.
And we're headed for the Lake Okeechobee, or just a little south of Lake Okeechobee to the Three Lakes area. I think it's south of Lake Okeechobee.
Yep.
And we're going to be boondocking down there with RJ and his wife. They boondock in the same place. So does RJ's son, from what I understand. And we're going to do a lot of kayaking. We're going to do a lot of fishing. We're going to do some pig hunting, I hope. And we're going to make a lot of videos. You know, RJ started explaining the area, and the more he explained the area, the more I knew Maria's going to like it. Because, see, I could take her out boondocking for a while. But sooner or later, she's going to want to go back to civilization. And from what I understand, once you buy your boondocking permit there at Three Lakes, it's good for a year, and you can come and go.
Yeah. So, and it's under $50.
It's like
for the whole year.
It's like $28 for the whole year.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, you know, you can boondock there, and then you can, you know, 3 weeks or whatever, you can go out for a week, come back in, just go and come and go as you please. Yeah. You may not get the same spot when you get back, but it's a boondocking area. Pick a spot, right?
Right.
So, Three Lakes there, inland waterways. Lake Okeechobee's about 50 miles away, and there's casinos.
We're near the beach also.
Yeah, you're also near the beach. You know, not about 40 or 45 miles from the beach, I think, or something. Casinos, restaurants, shopping.
Yeah.
You know, all of that is just out away from where we're going to be boondocking. So
I think it's going to be fun.
I think it's going to be a blast. I hope everybody, you guys are interested in going with us, and we're going to make a lot of videos and have a pretty good time, I hope.
Yeah, hopefully.
And not get cold.
Yeah, but
so,
you know, it turns out we don't like it.
Oh, yeah, just like any place else we go. If we get there, it turns out to not be what we think it's going to be, we don't like it, anything like that, we fire Jabba up, point him in a different direction, and go. Because that's how we roll. Yeah. We don't really make reservations or nothing. We decide kind of where we want to go and point and go. Okay, it's never failed us, guys. I know that all the other channels that you watch probably talk about, you know, making reservations so far out and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
No, we don't do that. We've never failed to find a place to stay within a couple of hours of arrival.
Yeah.
So,
we've been pretty lucky.
You know, the people say it's luck. I think it's just the nature of the beast.
You think?
You know, I think a lot of people have it in their head that they've got to make reservations. And I suppose if you're going to go someplace like, you know, Fort Wilderness at Disney or something like that, yeah, you probably got to make reservations.
Right.
But if you're just, you know, the way we do it was we pick an area. Like when we were going to Colorado, we picked the Pueblo area between Pueblo and Salida somewhere. It just so happens the very first place we called, 10 miles outside of Pueblo, between Pueblo and Salida, said, yeah, come on in.
Yeah.
So we did. And that's how it went.
Yeah,
so,
it was good. Yeah, it seems to turns out well.
It just always seems to work out for us that way. So anyway, that's the end of the update, I guess. That's really all that's going on, and that's what we're going to do and where we're going to go, and we hope that all of you will stick with us and go with us.
Yes, we do.
Very much enjoy everybody's comments down there in the comments section. We've met some of you. It's been great, and we want to keep doing it. So I guess that's it for this update, guys. We really appreciate you watching the video.
We appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thanks much. If you haven't subscribed, we invite you to subscribe and follow along. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks again for watching the video. We'll see you soon. Bye.